In late 2024, Google gave us a tiny taste of what they been cooking in the AI glasses department, but now it's official. Google is gearing up to launch full-fledged AI-powered smart glasses for the public in 2026, and after spending time with the next-generation prototypes, it's clear that the era of Google Glass 2.0 is about to shake the entire tech world. Before we dive deeper, do me a quick favor and slap that subscribe button like it stole your charger. Seriously, it helps way more than you think. Alright, let's get into what Google's been quietly building behind the scenes. Unlike the early Google Glass era, which was ahead of its time but not polished enough to survive, this new generation looks and feels like the real deal. These glasses aren't just a wearable notification bar. They're basically slipping the Gemini AI brain right into your field of vision. And even though I didn't personally get to test the prototype in the flesh, trust me, I'm painfully jealous. My colleague Abner did get a full hands-on experience just days ago, and what he described honestly sounds like Google's most complete vision for AR so far. The first thing to understand is that Google is starting smart and starting small. Instead of trying to shove two screens into each lens right away, the first-gen glasses rely on a single monocular display positioned on the right side. It's tiny, subtle, and surprisingly powerful. Google's early demos from 2024 hinted at something like this, but now the prototypes are refined, cleaner, and more feature-packed. There is a slim touch panel built into the stem, which you'd probably expect, but the real magic is how seamlessly these glasses talk to Android XR and Wear OS. Instead of awkward sci-fi hand gestures in the air, Google is going with more subtle, natural inputs. Your smartwatch becomes a gesture hub, your phone becomes the powerhouse brain, and the glasses become the floating UI layer you look through. Think of it like a hybrid between Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the Apple Vision Pro, and classic Google Glass, except with Google's software ecosystem finally mature enough to make it all feel functional. According to Abner, the display itself is surprisingly crisp, not cinema screen crisp, but sharp enough that text, icons, arrows, and interactive elements feel like reading an app floating comfortably in front of you. He said it's phone-like clarity at AR distance, which is honestly shocking for such a tiny waveguide. The only thing we don't know yet is how it holds up in bright sunlight, because the demo was indoors. But even then, the display feels much more polished than early AR attempts from other companies. The AR elements pop, the depth feels natural, and nothing looks washed out. You're basically getting a mini HUD heads-up display, layered over the real world. Something tech heads have been waiting years for. There is a camera on the prototype, tucked right into the stem like a super discreet version of the one on Meta smart glasses. That means photos, videos, and most importantly, live Gemini AI vision. So yes, you can look at a sign, a product, a building, a restaurant, and ask Gemini anything about it. You can turn the display off and use the glasses in ambient AI mode if you want audio-only assistance. Battery life. Still a mystery. Google isn't sharing those numbers yet, but since the glasses are paired with your phone, it's clear the phone will be offloading many heavy tasks. And here's where things get wild. Because the glasses rely heavily on your phone, they can actually project phone apps into your field of view. Not full-blown windowed apps like a VR headset, but simplified versions of the apps like AR widgets or floating cards. Imagine checking your Uber arrival time, reading a message bubble, or seeing your fitness stats from your watch without ever looking down. Imagine glancing forward and seeing your to-do list pinned neatly in the air. This alone could change how commuters walk around cities. No more people staring down at their phones like zombies. You can look straight ahead and still get the info you need. But the biggest jaw-dropper, Google Maps AR navigation. Google basically took the live view feature from your phone and dropped it into your glasses. Instead of pointing your phone at buildings like some confused tourist, the glasses automatically overlay arrows, routes, distance markers, and landmarks right on top of reality. And one of the coolest tricks is that when you tilt your head downward slightly, the glasses open a mini floating map in the corner, exactly like that mini-map you rely on in open-world video games like GTA. Look back up and it subtly fades away. Super clean, super futuristic. In an Abner's words, shockingly fluid. Third-party apps like Uber and Lyft are already prepping AR overlays like airport pickup directions, showing step-by-step instructions with photos, which could be a lifesaver in huge terminals. Now let's talk launch timeline, because this is where Google surprised everyone. The screenless version of the glasses, basically AI audio glasses, will arrive first. But the monocular AR version, the one with the right eye display, is scheduled for a 2026 consumer release. Developers are already receiving early dev kits, which means the app ecosystem should build up quickly. Android Studio even has a brand new XR emulator ready to help developers adapt their apps. But Google isn't stopping at monocular displays. Behind closed doors, Google also showed off binocular glasses, both lenses with waveguides, which massively expands the capabilities. This version allows for deep immersive 3D content, native AR video playback, zoomable interactive maps, and even multitasking. Watching a YouTube video floating in front of you with actual depth that's on the roadmap, and with both lenses powered, Google could genuinely start to chip away at smartphone territory in the coming years. Now Gemini. Oh boy. This is what makes these glasses feel like something from the future instead of yet another tech gadget. With Gemini Vision, translations happen right in your line of sight. Spoken language appears as subtitles in real time. Street signs auto-translate. Restaurant menus shift languages instantly. For travelers, this is a dream. Imagine walking through Tokyo, Paris, Dubai, Istanbul, and understanding everything without even lifting your phone. And because it's in your glasses, it doesn't feel embarrassing or intrusive like pointing your phone at everything. And Gemini is not just translating, it's identifying objects, summarizing scenes, reading documents, analyzing visual problems, giving answers based on what you're looking at, and linking real-world context to your apps. 2026 is shaping up to be the biggest AR year in history. Google is firing on all cylinders. Samsung is pushing Galaxy XR. Apple is refining Vision Pro. Meta is building the AI wearables ecosystem. And Google, after a decade of false starts, seems to finally be delivering the version of Google Glass everyone dreamed about back in 2013. The difference now is that the tech is powerful enough, the AI is smart enough, and the ecosystem is mature enough to make it actually useful in daily life. This isn't a toy anymore. This isn't a developer experiment. This is Google bringing AI into the real world, literally in front of your eyes. And as for the VR side of things, Google also confirmed that the Galaxy XR headset will soon support Windows PC connectivity for productivity apps and even gaming. Plus, there's a new persona system for video calls, basically a 3D scan of your face, so you can appear in meetings with a realistic avatar. Slightly uncanny, not going to lie, but definitely better than the cartoonish stuff we've seen before. It feels like Google is finally unifying all the XR pieces they've been working on for years. Glass, Android XR, Project Starline, Gemini Vision, and Wearable AI into one ecosystem. By the time these glasses hit shelves next year, I think people are going to be shocked by how far Google has come. The demos you see in their promo videos, they're not exaggerations. They're real. The only thing those videos fail to capture is the magic of seeing it happen in your actual field of view, because there is something wild about seeing digital stuff merge seamlessly with the real world. It's subtle. It's smooth. And it feels like science fiction becoming reality. I'm hyped. You're probably hyped. And the next 12 months are going to be full of updates, leaks, prototypes, developer previews, and brand new AR apps. Let me know what feature you're most excited about. Translations, navigation, AI vision, app overlays, or the binocular version coming later. Drop it in the comments, and trust me, this is just the beginning. The future of wearables is here, and Google is finally stepping into the spotlight with hardware that DOS and T just looked futuristic. It is the future.